Welcome to another episode of 3 or 4 or Wifey. Today talking about Sneako side piece, also the rejected ex of the known cuckold himself. We are talking about Xena the Witcher, also known as one of the side producers or ring girls for Fresh and Fit, one of the greatest podcasts to ever grace the internet as of the last couple years. But anyway, without a further ado, we're talking about this girl because I was blocked on Twitter by her, but more importantly because she's been the epicenter of a lot of content about a lot of, around a lot of my acquaintances. And so you ought to really figure out, is this girl really worth wifing up? Because as we all know, our friend Hubert or Sneako or whatever clearly didn't think so. And so is he right in this case? Because clearly he's had his own problems with women. We don't know yet. Also, we have another acquaintance, Darius IRL, who's a Destiny Orbiter. Apparently, he's IRL streaming with her now. So is this a really good idea? Is he going to make Grace jealous, guys? Will this finally move the needle? We're going to check right now. So let's go ahead and start off with her social media, which will include her Instagram, which I painstakingly had to follow. So if you look already, 24 posts, 56,000 followers, and she's only following 200, which is kind of good because there's other girls that will have maybe 2,000 followers and following 1,000, so that's a good sign. But as you can see up here, there's like 10 different tabs I have on this chick, so we're working hard overtime. So if we're going to start off already, there's a bunch of Chinese stuff in here I can't read. Now it's pointing to her book. Apparently she wrote a book. And this is the synopsis. It says, in order to save their dying world from darkness and chaos that has been cast into, two demigod royalties reluctantly join forces with a powerful witch, the only witch powerful enough to open the gateway. Whoa. Very odd stuff already, just like, what the hell am I even reading? I don't even know, but this is probably a bad thing that she reads. And that writes a book. I bet it's bad. Now, here's another thing. She has a SoundCloud. So this cannot be good either. I cannot think of a single girl I've ever been attracted to that has a SoundCloud. On the other hand, somebody like Darius might say, but Lalo, she's artistic, she has talent. Should we listen to these folks? I honestly don't even want to risk playing this and like wanting my eardrums to be blown off with a sawed-off shotgun. So we're going to go ahead and not embrace the 9mm of destiny here by listening to that. Now, this other thing you wanted to see here is what the hell is going on with Tarzan and Mary Jane or whatever. Like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, am I going to get a TOS violation for this thing? Disgusting. Anyway, Xena the Witch puts Lost United States. Again, very deep, girl. Wow, you're lost. What, lost in the sauce? Lost in lust for Sneako the cuckold? Okay, cool. He did not have a lot of nice things to say about you in person, by the way. So that is her profile picture. I don't even know what that is. An anime like Coyote? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Anyway, we have some of this Instagram to work through, so let's go down. Only 24 posts. We have our most recent post a year ago. Just like garbage hair. Again, this girl's like kind of black or something. She has a tiki torch or something. This is her, but like a afro, looking like dollar store SZA. The girl that's like, I might kill my ex. Not the best idea. That sort of thing. It was in the club 6 months ago. Okay, now this one. This is your trad wife, and again, not even trad wife, but would you even date this chick? Because we've already had a recent verdict that said side piece only, but even the side piece is more girlfriend material, would you say? So again, what's going on here? She's kissing a cat, which is weird. I don't like cats. And then second is like, okay, well, she has like what, teardrop tattoos? What even is this? She has a tattoo over here. By the way, she had an OnlyFans before, which is like, okay, so what is your anthem, baby? Is it going to be I Don't Mind by Usher featuring Juicy J? Shawty, I don't mind if you had an OnlyFans. You're my 4'11" queen. Shawty, I don't mind if you cuck with... okay, anyway. So you have this going on. What's the second picture? Baby, come on, really? This is what I'm supposed to be committing to? Anything? Come on. So, Xena, can you convince me to not use you as a Motel 6 getaway for 2 hours? Sort of fun, extrapolated trip. Evidently, you're not doing a good job convincing me, and even your cat's like kind of reserved, like not interested, so not looking so hot. Bro, look at her lips. They're fat, but they look like an anus. And then her septum piercing, not great. Tons of makeup, 2 or 3 tattoos already, 3 chains, one of which in the middle looks like barbed wire. And that's saying a lot because evidently I got roasted by a lot of people over my fake chain here. Which, no thank you to my mother for getting me a fake chain from Guadalajara, Mexico. But anyway, again, she has like this like little black girl, like, I don't even know what you call these, like spaghetti noodle, like dreidel, like coping for her forehead, sort of like hair things. Her hairline's pretty bad too, if you pay attention. And again, she's 26, so not only is she 6 years older than I am, which fair enough, Darius is like 27, but at the same time, it's like, again, what makes you hotter at 26 than you at 20? Not much. And so Anyhow, what's this? She's in her Sailor Moon outfit, I think it's called. Again, very slutty. I will give you this. Not many cellulites, but I think she's running a filter to look more Asian. It's really odd. Straightens her hair because she's like black or something. Very weird. And also, anime is cringe. What is this? Dancing, fluttering, and sadly, Yoshina Tazawa do it. What does that even mean? Her nails are tacky. Her outfits are bad. She's eating ramen. Her makeup is superfluous to be generous. Awful. Awful. Just disgusting. Here. And the hole is where the heart we build this tomb together. I won't feel it alone. What? That is creepy and clingy and not in the cute way. Clingy and creepy is like two very different things, right? Clingy from a girl could be like, I love you. I'm so horny for you. Stuff like this. Common enough, right? Common, W, sure. That's great. But what we're not going to talk about here is talking about like, oh, am I too? I'm going to kill myself. Like, what the hell am I talking about here? It's really odd. So let's avoid this, please. Now, she's at the Fresh and Fit podcast almost a year ago. And you know what? Not so bad here. Not the worst. But again, crop top, not very conservative. And again, she's trying to be like this Islamic, like, oh, it's haram for you to do that. Sneako, you're haram. You're taking Adderall. You're doing coke. Which is like, and then again, she glazes Zerka on the TL every single 5 hours. Which makes you think, again, so she's A-logging Sneako. She's hating on Sneako for doing frat boy stuff, which, you know, in person, does he do like that many drugs? You can't even tell when he's on drugs. Who cares? So the other thing is like, oh, but she's a fan of Zerka, which I like too. But at the same time, it's, morality check. Can we get a drug abuse check? Oh, my God. So again, it'd be one thing if you were like the secular atheist anime dweeb that you are at heart, but instead you're LARPing as a Muslim. Not cool. Also, I'm not Muslim, so honestly, I don't even care, but I will hold it against you if you're going to be a fake Muslim. Now, she's running around in this like newspaper clipping sort of thing. Cape, I suppose. Looking disgusting, of course, with her butt cheek slapping. Very nasty, very disrespectful. Then here, she's doing nothing of substance. Here, she has her thighs out. What kind of outfit, baby? Come on, bro. 3 or 4, by the way. Dude, what kind of outfit is this? What am I even supposed to do with this? Like, 13 different belts, 13 different lashings. Is that what you're going for? Passion of the Christ, by the way. I don't know what she's going for here. And the nose piercing. The anime, like, pink cat, like this cat thing over here, which is, like, shaped like the smiling Buddha crossed with the Snorlax from Pokemon Gen 1. Odd. Again, straightened hair because she's black, I guess. It's fine. She has her own little purse here. A bunch of junk on the bed. She's at a hotel. Not very conservative. Weird sort of hoodie, too. I don't know what she's going for. What is the aesthetic? What's this? Now is the time. Now is the hour. Mine is the magic. Mine is the power. So she's a literal, like, witch. Great. Also, Sneako, you put your dick in this, brother. What's going on? So now she's a fresh and fit girl, which is too bad because, like, dude, she's like a slut. Exercise. Okay, again, oh, Islam, it's haram. And okay, I don't know how long she's been saying she's a Muslim. It's been at least several weeks at this point. But, and she might say, oh, this is from 6 months ago. Lalo, this is not, I disavow. Well, then delete it, baby. Why are you shaking your ass on the camera? It's not, like, you're not, okay, look, would I bang you for free? Yes. No, like, no duh. But at the same time, would I commit to this? No, baby. There's way better, simple 6 out of 10 white chicks that can get my attention. And you know what? I'll bump that up to a 7 because some people get mad if you call them a 6. 7, folks. This is not the guilty pleasure pussy. When I say a girl's a guilty pleasure, this is not it. This is like, guilty pleasure would be like trail mix because you can say, I mean, the nuts have proteins. But this is like caramelized popcorn pussy, okay? Not the best. So anyway, like there's not even a cope about the health. Here. He said, seek truth through funny, but I don't know. I don't think I'm a very funny person. So a pick me sort of comment. And this is an illusion that she's dating Sneako. That didn't work out for you. This was not even 5 months ago, by the way. Is that literally a pentagram, sort of like a pentagram symbol on her chest? Disgusting. Disavow. What the hell is this? Whoa, buddy. Shut it the heck down. Oy vey. Jesus Christ. Anyhow. What's this? Eid Mubarak. Somewhat be. What the... What? What is the quote? She's here with a girl with fake titties out, eating expensive food. Come on, bro. Now she's being a pick-me for Myron. Yeah, whatever. Dude, look how short this girl is. She's like horrible genetics, brother. Just imagine a guy like Darius, who's like 5'7", allegedly, getting with a girl who's like 4'11". That kid's gonna be like 5'5". Your son's gonna be 5'5" and looking like you. Just imagine. Imagine. That's why I need a tall wife. A tall wife. A girl that's preferably between like 5'6" and 5'11", okay? Because I cannot have another 5'9" son, because it's not, I'm just barely treading water here, folks. So, I mean, you can be good looking, genius, and, like close to average height, and you're still having to work for it. So if my kid were tall, that would be great. So Darius, again, you knock this bitch up. It'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. Okay. Next post. Chair emoji. Why a chair emoji? What am I watching? Okay, next post. A video. Nobody cares. Now she's hating on black women for being fat. Okay, valid. Now she's posting her fat ass, and I mean by cake. Now she's running around. Is this your anime thing? Okay, now this is her very cringy writing here, and it says, POV, the love of your life is in a duel to the death with a formidable demon in which only can be slain by an enchanted sword. Blessed by the breath of the last red dragon and is wreaking havoc among the lands. You are the only moments before the gateway of hell is opened and the humanity is swallowed whole, doomed for eternity. What the fuck am I reading? Is that an ad for Raid Shadow Legends, folks? Odd. If you want to shine like sun first, you have to burn like it. AH, is that Adolf Hitler? What's the reference? And again, look, is she a snack? Sure, but baby, you are 5'1" in heels. You are terrible genetics. Like, I try to see myself with a woman when I do this episode, and you can say, a litany of bad things about different people, but I mean, if the bitch is tall, the bitch is tall. I need the genetics. I need the tall children. You're not going to give me that. You're going to give me a kid that is probably good looking, very brown, mind you, darker than me. I'm whiter than Xena is, apparently. And my kid with Xena would be like 5'5", and it's not great. It's not good. If I were to have a 5'6" son and he's not like Tom Cruise level of attractiveness, take his breath, because he's screwed. So it's not looking great. And then we're taking the second to last post, and again, horrible like club whore attire. Right? This was from 6/27, which is not even a month ago. And already just very precocious, so to speak, like very much like 18-year-old at the club sort of energy, but you're like 10 years older than that. So it's not cool. Okay. This post tells me a lot. The saddest part about this is that all the comments don't realize that the caption is a quote from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Do I look 30 years old? Why would I get that reference? That show wasn't from, what, like 2011? Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Really? You're old. Okay, what about this? Hey, yo, you ain't fuck me, you fuck the old body. Why don't you just curse on this? There's no censorship on Instagram, right? Oh, it's haram to curse. What? Okay, so let's just take her at face value, right? I'm just going to assume I'm right here. So you're saying that, so it's a sin for you as a Muslim to curse, but it's not a sin to refer to somebody banging you in the past, and then now you're banging with a new body. So what, you have a BBL now? Like, what's the difference? You lost weight or something? What's going on there? It doesn't really make sense to me. Now look at this. She says, and this is after Sneako dumped her ass, by the way. Got me a new body, now I need some new D. Okay, and that's like her real account, I suppose. So, again, you're a Muslim, but you're saying that because you have a new improved body, allegedly, even though you're in your late 20s, babe, you're talking about you need some new D? What sort of girl talks like that? My wife would never even utter that fucking phrase. Like, even in bed, that would be odd. I need some new D. What does that even mean, ho? And again, it's like, I need some new D. And what? Does a girl fantasize Darius when they're saying, I need new D? Like, you dump Sneako and you're like, oh, I'm going to go with Darius. Odd juxtaposition. Which kind of shows like, hey, like, this is your rebound, Sneako. Like, Sneako, you kind of fucked up by getting with this girl. You should have stuck with, like, that plain 1990s Britney Spears looking hoe. Her name was Sydney, right? That Sydney chick was way better. Taller, too. Better genetics. Anyway. So, I mean, that's what you're looking at. Now, let's look at her tag post. Nothing interesting. Let's look at her stories real quick. So, she has a book. Let's see the book. Right now, you can see on the screen, she's writing her book or something. This was from this year, by the way. Do you honestly think this girl can write anything insightful? Also, keep in mind that she writes all of her... Okay, that's pretty handwriting, by the way. But listen, that notepad is literally half the size of her torso. She's too short. Secondly, again, why not just type it out? Instead, you have to insist on writing it on a notepad. Why? Yeah. But all this cringe anime is very stupid, very, like, white, kind of like gay cringe moment. Not cool. And so you just look at that. What about this? She's singing or something? I don't want to hear your songs. What about the Fresh and Fit podcast one? Just a bunch of clips. Dude, there is unlimited clips. Oh my lord, Jesus Christ. Okay. Now let's get a little bit of a breakdown as to who this girl is. So who is Xena? Sneako's alleged ex-girlfriend leaks DMs, dating history after the YouTuber denies relationship. Which is funny because Sneako is a rumbler, so to speak. So, of course, she leaks Sneako asking for drugs and stuff, which is just gay, narc behavior. Disavow. Again, like, you're supposed to be like this black chick. The one thing you're supposed to do is not snitch. And then here you are, kissing and telling on Sneako, which is just lame. Meat watching, etc. And, frankly, I understand why you dumped your ass, because you're insane. And apparently she had to be talked out of, like, cutting herself, like, in a bathtub, and that she was getting clapped from the back at a bathtub. This is according to Grace Thorpe, so... Would she ever lie? Does she ever lie, folks? Anyway, the point is that seems pretty bad, if even remotely true. That's really gross. And anyway, the point is like, come on. You're going to kill yourself over Sneako, brother? And if you look at the DMs she leaked, she was simping so hard for the guy, and it's like, really? Why? It's odd. A lot of people don't really like him like you do, Xena. So it seems like you're low value, and you're compensating. And you're a bad girl, and you know it. You have a dark past, and you're dark-skinned, and you're fucking short. And you're talking about how, oh, you're a Muslim? How about you get those fucking tattoos cut off? Not even surgically removed. Not even laser removed. I'm talking literally peel them off with the potato peeler. How a nigga killer. That's a rhyme from a Takeoff song. Potato peeler, how I kill a nigga. Cannibalism, my dog eat. Something like that. Anyway, Intruder by Takeoff. Look it up. Anyhow. Now she apologizes to Sneako. So again, this is where she's getting mogged by somebody as not like somebody with as little clout as Grace Thorpe is mogging this chick because she apologizes to Sneako. She narcs on him, shares screenshots, shows how down bad she is, but then she apologizes to Sneako and lies to cover for him. So the Muslim thing would have been to not snitch on Sneako probably. But then on top of that, if you're a real Muslim, then said, you know what? I was living in sin. I fornicated. I had threesomes with Sneako. But moreover, I got drugs for him. That would be honest at least. But instead, you do that and you fucking lie about it and say, actually, I just made that up. Worst of both worlds, you dumb bimbo. Really? Not cool. So there you go. I mean, that's just cringe. Now look at this. She thanks Destiny for whatever reason. You're kissing up to Papa Smurf, the blue Papa Smurf. Why exactly? Because he's anti-Sneako. So despite Sneako, you're going to get a guy who's half the size, who's going to talk up you because clearly he resents Sneako for whatever reason. When nobody should resent Sneako, he's like a very, like it's not like he's high IQ like Nick Fuentes or something. It's like, he's very unoffensive. I like Sneako. He's a nice guy. Yeah. So let's look at her kick. Again, 2,408 followers. Look at this bio. Lately, I can't sleep. Hell is on my mind. Can't shake the devil off my back. Why? How is it so hard? Just don't get tattoos. Just don't be OnlyFans. I haven't even looked up the archive for the OnlyFans because that would be too easy of a video to make. And plus, it gets censored anyway. The point is that, I mean, this is the sort of thing you write. Can't get the devil off my back. But, well, how about you stop watching anime? How about you stop getting those tacky-ass nails? How about you take the septum piercing and you fucking rip it clean off of your nostril? Moreover, talking about a different topic that's a little more pertinent to your legs, babe. You're talking about putting, like, 13 different belts as, like, a different version of, like, ripped jeans. Instead, they're, like, sewn together by belts. Like, it's really weird what I'm talking about. It looks like a xylophone connected by, like, belts as, like, the knot, as, like, the node between the pant fabric. Anyway, so you're wearing this weird outfit, which looks somewhat like a dominatrix sort of thing, like, straight out of Hellraiser. Anyway, the point is like, you have this weird aesthetic, and that's all your life decisions, right? You're in your mid to late 20s. You ought to know better. You can't get the devil off your back. How about you get fucking Sneako off your back? You're having threesomes talking about how you're a good Muslim? How about that? And again, she might say, I'm a bad Muslim. I'm trying to get reformed. Myron's literally tutoring me and, like, walking me through everything. That guy's not a saint either. That guy fucks around too. And on the other hand, it's like, okay, So clearly you're a failed Muslim. You can't even grift off that. You're not a good entertainer. I've seen like 5 minutes of her streams where she's like trying to riz up Darius or vice versa. It's like, it's kind of awkward. What am I going to do here? And it's all belied by the fact that, yeah, you are kind of hot. But again, you're Motel 6 hot. You're like that Waffle House pussy sort of hot, which is like, you know what? This is just like emo bitch. 4 a.m. post club. I'm kind of sobering up at this point. And it's like, you know what? Nothing much to it. So it's kind of unremarkable how she is as a person. So she has her link tree here. Let's look at her Twitter real quick before we end. Look at this. Rush and where the angels fear to tread. No, that seems like you're just sinning. How about that? Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Nothing of note. So just Zerka stuff, Zerka, you know, whatever. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Something about the earth being flat. Yeah, very smart, very cute. Okay, let's see this. This is... Come on. Muslim, by the way. Hello, Islam check. Can we get an Islam check in chat? Really? This is it? 4? This is it? This is it? This is the peak? This is the peak? This is the peak of femininity. Again, she's co-hosting these debate panels with like a bunch of 304s and bimbos on Fresh and Fit. And then this is the sort of thing we're talking about. It's like if a girl that goes in a bikini at a boxing match, round 8 with their ass and tits out like a Hooters waitress, is talking about how there's other whores in the seats, you know, watching the thing. And it's like, well, no, actually, you're in there with the boxers, using your body to appeal to people. The same way that, again, Xena, you were on OnlyFans like not too long ago. Moreover, again, you're trying to use your sexuality to lure in viewers because you're not an interesting person. You're an anime dweeb that happens to be hotter than the rest of them. That's basically it. Okay? And again, what makes it so fascinating is that, I mean, just look at all the people she's connected with. She's insane. And I listened to her call in to Destiny for a couple hours when I was on the airplane. And you know what? That was actually pretty entertaining. She's kind of hot in that way. But the fact is that the girl is clearly crazy and she's not worth committing to. But there's another hand. So just off of that verdict alone, 3 or 4 are wifey. Wifey off the table. But now we're talking about 3 or 4. Is she good for recreational use? You know what? The football isn't really laced up the right way. You ought not use it in an NFL game. But can we throw it around? Can we at least punt the fucking ball where you don't have to throw it? You know what? Actually, sure. Yeah. Is she bangable? Yes. But what do I rate her out of 10? Okay. Ass. We'll give it like a 7 to an 8. Face. I'll give it a 6. If she's done upright with the right makeup and she doesn't have tattoos and she, again, right makeup, no tattoos, right aesthetic, no septum piercing, hairlines restored, she could be like a 7 to an 8 depending on how pro-brown I'm feeling, how self-hating I feel. She is like 2 skin tones darker than I am. Yeah. She's way darker than I am. Anyway, the point is that she's definitely on the wild side. So anyway, we'll give her face like a 7 out of 10. Her butt an 8 out of 10. That's 15. Boobs, 7. So 7 plus 15 is 22 divided by 3 is 7.3 out of 10. So just on the scale of things, she is more attractive than Grace Thorpe. Just that's like the closest comparison here, and it's a pertinent example in this case, given the lore that you guys will not be able to know because that's not public. But the point is that, you know what? She is a 7.3. Now, again, recreational use only, condom only. Never go in raw with this chick. And if you do, make sure you bring her water in the morning, bring her coffee, and you put a plan B in that. I don't know if that's an abortion technically. I disavow, but like hypothetically in an atheist society, I would do that. So yeah, no. So wear a rubber. If you have to, wear a sandwich bag, cut it in half, and wrap it around, and then put a rubber band on that over your penis because you do not want to get this girl pregnant because she is insane. There's a reason why Sneako kept her as a side bitch only, and even when when push came to shove, he dumped her ass and neglected her and ghosted her, which is honestly based. And when I met him in person, like the week after this went down, he had nothing good to say about Xena. And that's when I started becoming a reply guy, just shitting on her on the timeline for like a couple days. And then she blocked me. And then I put this on the back burner for a month. But here we are, back at it again, bitch. Xena the Witcher, you are good for recreational use only. If it were 4 a.m., I came back from Waffle House, I'm horny, I'm at the Motel 6, and you want to come over with the large condom, I would entertain you for a good half hour, and then you're back out. That's ideally what would happen, realistically speaking. I would never commit to this chick. I would never date her. I would have an affair with her, maybe a weekend, maybe at most. But the fact is that like, if she were around me long enough, she'd be cutting herself. Like, if you're cutting yourself for Sneako, hello. I'd fucking gaslight you to high heaven, assuming I wanted to do that. And, you know, if you're a good girl, I wouldn't do it. But you know what? You kind of deserve it because you're insane and you're an anime girl. Enough said, folks. Verdict is 3 or 4 or wifey. The answer is 3 or 4, 100%. Recreational use only, 7.3 out of 10 would rate. Adios, amigos.